Hi everyone, welcome to this sit down video. Today is going to be James's 6-month update. I can't believe he is 6 months old. Anyway, I'm going to explain what he's been doing from month 5 to 6, along with a couple of videos, hopefully, and some pictures of him doing that because he's not actually here right now. So I'm not going to be filming with him, but I will insert those clips as I do this video. Okay, so first thing, James has 2 teeth. He has them, they're on the bottom. He's been teething, as I've mentioned, for like 3 months at this point, and like slavery and like drooling and biting everything. And then the other day we found his teeth. However, we thought it was 1, and then he is right now with Paul's parents and they were like, no, he has 2. So he must have 2 right next to each other, but he is definitely explains why he's been extra kind of cranky and extra kind of huffy about it. But yeah, that's been really cool. He has 2 teeth. It's crazy. He's getting so big. And it's good to kind of see these things happening, because for a while I was like, oh my goodness, how long is this going to last? Of the fussiness and the huffiness and the crying and the biting everything and constant hands at his mouth. And at least now he's getting hopefully some relief from that. So that's good. He is shouting so much. He is definitely loud like me. I have a loud voice. As I've mentioned before, I'm a teacher, and it is a common thing in my classroom that I have to kind of explain at the beginning of the year that actually I just have a loud voice and I'm not shouting at everybody. I try my hardest to not do it, but I'm quite loud as a person. I'm not like in your face or anything, but my voice is loud. And it's funny because I regularly get told like by Paul and like by my mum for out somewhere like, shh, you're too loud, you're shouting. So it's funny because we weren't sure if James was going to be like Paul or more like me. With the talking, I think he seems a bit more like me because he is definitely shouting a lot. I will insert a clip here.
What are you saying? Eh? Yeah, what else? You tired? James.
How crazy is that? He literally just screams. He goes like, ah! And sometimes it's funny because at first when he started to do it, it almost seemed like he was upset and he was crying. And he wasn't. He literally was just shouting for attention. And he's definitely finding his voice and realising that if he does that, people come over faster. So he definitely likes that. He is sitting with help. He still can't sit on his own. And it's one of those things that I think I never thought I would have a baby that was early. And I think I'm just going to have to be a bit aware that some of the stuff he's not going to do by now, because I kind of thought by 6 months baby sat. And some of them really do, but he is just not. He will sit with help. He wants to kind of sit up. He'll move his body up and try to sit up. But yeah, he doesn't really sit on his own. But he is rolling over. So I'll insert a video of that here. Yay! He started doing that the other night. So we had one day where he was up at 5 a.m. and didn't go back to bed until like I think 9:30 or something. And by that point, me and Paul had already like got used to the fact that we were getting up. Like we'd consigned ourselves to the fact that was happening. So we got up and then James went to sleep. But anyway, he started to roll over. He will roll from his front to his back. If you put him on his front in the right position and he's not too annoyed at you, then he will roll over. He's still in kind of 6 to 9 month clothes, edging towards 9 to 12 month at this point. Like some of the stuff that I have that's American sizes, it's 9 months, he'll be going into soon. But he's still in kind of like 6 to 9 month clothes at the minute. He is still waking up at least 1 time a night for feeding. We've had some issues with weaning James. So when I started weaning him, we started to give him some vegetables. You'll have seen this in the weekly vlogs. And he's done really well with them. and he always kind of seemed hungry and wanted them. So I was giving him a couple of times a day some vegetables and then some porridge in the morning as well, and kind of having him on not a lot, but like kind of like 3 meals, but not a lot, like not at all meals, like ice cube size portions. However, I think we were overloading him a bit, and because he was eating it and because he was sort of wanting it, then a lot of the time we were just giving him it and not thinking much of it. But I think actually in hindsight we were giving him too much, so we stopped, and we're now back to like porridge and like 1 more food a day because he wants it. But we gave him asparagus, and he asparagus didn't agree with him, and it turns out when we looked it up that babies with digestion issues shouldn't really be getting asparagus, and James does have digestion issues because he's on omeprazole, and he's on that once a day, and it's changed our lives. He's a much happier boy because he's on it, but it means that he can't have certain foods, so he shouldn't really have asparagus, broccoli or cauliflower, but he likes broccoli, so we're kind of keeping him with the broccoli just now. But yeah, we are going to take him to a place up in Glasgow through the week to see about getting him off the omeprazole and putting on a bit more of a natural medication. I know not everybody believes in that. It's up to you 100%. I, however, used to get really, really bad migraines, and then I went to a doctor in America who is fantastic. My dad went to him, and then I went to him, and I don't have migraines anymore, and I am not on medication anymore for migraines, and I was on Solpadol and needed to take that quite regularly for them, and I don't need to do that anymore. So I believe in kind of natural methods, and I think sometimes people who believe in more natural things look for causes for things and not just fixing an issue. And I found myself when I was getting the migraines and going to doctors that it was a lot more, let's take the pain away, but let's not fix anything that caused the pain. Now, I have no issue. I am so grateful for doctors. I'm so grateful for the NHS. I am so grateful that I live in the country that I live in, and that they've given us this omeprazole and that it has worked for him. But I just think if I could get something a bit more natural for the long run, because I think he's going to be on it for a while, then that would be better for us, and just a good thing to try. He is a very, very happy boy still. He smiles a lot, he giggles a lot. I'll put in a video of him laughing at Paul that morning that we had to get up, because at one point Paul kind of says to him, oh, I'm so tired and it's all your fault, and he's giggling the entire time, so I'll put that in.
Dada's tired. It's all your fault. I had 5 this morning. Yep. Oh, Dada's tired. Dada's tired. So tired. Are you tired? You're not tired.
And then finally, he is like shuffling and stretching and moving about the floor. So if we put him on the floor to play with anything, he within a few minutes will try and kind of shuffle and move, and it ends up in a lot of different positions, different areas of the room. So we just need to be aware of that and be careful, because obviously he is a bit more mobile. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. These updates are going to be more often, 7 month, 8 month, 9 month, until 12 months. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment on our videos with anything you want to see. If there's anything you're not sure about, if there's anything you want to clarify, subscribe and like. Remember, we do weekly vlogs every Sunday. They go up at 2 o'clock just now. We're not really sure if we're going to stick to 2 or 12, but anyway, weekly vlogs on Sundays and a couple of sit down videos every so often. If you have any videos that you want to see, please let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.